What an interesting day. Here's a super quick market update for you guys. So at one moment today, INTC, which is Intel Corporation, went from highs of 24.50 to lows of 23.21. So what caused this sudden drop? It dropped about 4.88%. It says just in, President Trump's administration is in talks about a 10% ownership stake in Intel. And it looks like once this really was beginning to get some traction, we began to see a lot of selling pressure. So aggressive selling pressure, we began to drop, hit lows of 23.21. It slightly recovered from this and then went into the close, again, still slightly in the red, down 3.66%. All of a sudden, right, 1 hour, 2 hours before, after the market closes, during the extended hours, we see a huge gap up. Oh, wait, did market sentiment change its opinion about the Trump administration getting in? No. New news was announced, and it shows that Intel gets a $2 billion lifeline in the form of SoftBank equity investment. So pretty much SoftBank, which has become the sixth largest Intel shareholder, is now choosing to invest into Intel. So Intel's shares soar 5.6%. And again, it looks like this is what drove the price up even higher. For those that do not know, when you look at this on the day chart, Intel has been a struggling company from highs of $50 all the way to lows of $17. It's kind of been trading within this same range, $26 highs to $18.50 lows. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. Do you think this is going to save Intel or simply act as a short-lived positive catalyst? It's going to get rejected once the news fades and then goes right back to retest previous lows right around 18 to 20 or to $19 per share. So you guys let me know what you think. As well as after market hours, there was a company that reported earnings. It's PANW, Palo Alto, and this thing pushed up 5.26%. During the overnight and extended hour session, hitting highs at one point of 189 and then quickly retracing down over here. If we look at this on the day chart, this has been a consistent uptrend pattern. Direction has been favorable, but with a recent drop, it looks like finally it's beginning to see some uptick. Now trading at 185, previous highs of 210 and previous lows of 166. Looks like the NASDAQ market as a whole really didn't do much. And it's kind of what we talked about earlier today. I really think that market is going to continue to try to trade sideways leading up to Friday. For those that do not know what's going on Friday, Jerome Powell is going to be hosting the Jackson Hole meeting, or at least speaking in this Jackson Hole meeting. And hopefully we can get a better understanding if the Federal Reserve is expected to cut rates in the month of September or if they are expected to pause once again. I sent out an email for those that are part of my LPP team, shedding some light on some of the details to kind of look out for when it comes down to this live stream on Friday. So on Friday, August 22nd, Jackson Hole here, 5 things to know. Jay Powell is expected to hint if we are going to be cutting rates in September, or if no hint is given, markets could drop. Second, expected to provide more clarity and certainty. The Fed rate tool as of right now, and the expectation to cutting rates is right now at an 80.9% probability for cutting rates. Weaker labor market will support a rate cut, but PPI inflation is rising fast, which does not support a rate cut. Lowering interest rates will increase spending and can push to markets to new highs if interest rate cuts do end up actually happening. And then we will be live streaming the Jackson Hole meeting at 10 a.m. Eastern time, which is again 30 minutes after the market opens on YouTube. So again, just another reason to subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. Tomorrow, we have Home Depot reporting earnings before the market opens, which is one of the more notable companies reporting earnings before the market opens. And we have Toll Brothers after the market closes, one of the most more notable companies reporting after the market closes. On Wednesday, we have Target, and then on Thursday, we have Walmart, for those that want to pay attention to those two stocks. But here's the list of the companies that are reporting earnings this week. Based off of what you saw happening today, again, a lot of sideways action. It's one conversation that I had with my LPP team is, remember, if direction is unclear, when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out, right? If direction is unclear and you are uncertain about your trade, there's nothing wrong with holding yourself back and not forcing a trade to happen that doesn't actually need to, right? So again, making sure that you stay super selective while market direction is still somewhat unclear. So things will clear up as we get closer to Friday. You best believe that. So very excited to see where this week ends. And again, all we ask you to do is to make sure you subscribe. Again, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, I'm going to leave that second link in the description down below. If you click that second link, you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.